1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last video for 2022. Let's go. The last video. I wonder how many videos I've posted this year. One a day. Well, but we've had work days. I would say probably 180 school days. I bet I've posted 100 videos. I think about that.
Imagine if you made profit off of each one.
How do you know I don't?
He wouldn't be a teacher anymore.
You need like a YouTube intro. Hey guys, what's up?
Hey guys,
here.
Don't forget to hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. There's a link to the merch at the bottom. What would my merch be? It'd be like
EDX.
Yeah, a shirt that says "Be like EDX."
If you made merch, I would buy it.
I would.
I gotta get some on it. Well, be on the lookout, fans, for some new merch. All right. So we did 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
Right. Like they asked, wouldn't it be great if you got like money from your YouTube videos? And I said, how do you know I don't? And then I said, oh, you should create merch. And you'll get this joke. I said, every time they write in somebody's yearbook, I tell them, you should write, be like EDX. Never change. Isn't that a good one?
I actually did write that in.
Did you write that?
I wrote it in Abby Stevens' yearbook.
Boy. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, but that's okay. Only Riley is gonna listen to it, or you guys maybe.
Maybe.
You want me to pause the recording? Hold on a second. Here, hold on. Oh, please. This is gonna be good then. I'm excited for this. Okay, and we're back. Okay, so I did not do number 20, correct?
No.
Did I? And I did do number 19.
Yes.
Perfect. All right, so here we are. Evaluate the integral of from 1 to 7 of 3 square root of x. Now, do I need to do u substitution here? Now, the thing is, if you forget and you do it and you don't need to, it doesn't change anything, right? That's the nice thing about this. If you do u substitution and you don't need to, it doesn't do anything. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do u substitution here. How do I know that? How am I recognizing that? Well, if I look in here, is there a function within another function? No. So I do not need to do u substitution. All right, so I'm going to change this into 3x to the 1/2 power from 1 to 7 dx. So that's going to be, kick it up, 3x to the, that was 1/2, 1.5 over 1.5. Or 3/2, if you will. I use decimals. Josh Martin came to me one day and said, "You're a bush league for letting your kids do decimals." I was like, whatever. Apparently that's not kosher, but whatever. I know, mind your business. So I will just finish this off by taking 3 divided by 3/2, 3 divided by 1.5, because we can reduce that. Shout out Josh if you're watching. No.
Don't hate on us.
No.
Don't hate on us.
3 divided by 1.5. So we've got 2. Yeah, it's like, wait, what's this real name? Oh, John. Okay. Yeah.
He doesn't get a
I didn't.
He doesn't get a shout out in the video if he's hating on it.
2 times x to the 1.5 from 1 to 7. And remember, we always do top minus bottom. So 2, 7 to the 1.5 minus 2, 1 to the 1.5. Let's plug it in. 2 times 7 to the 1.5 minus 2 times 1 to the 1.5, which is just 2, but whatever. So 35.04 equals 35.04. Pretty simple day, right?
Yeah.
So the only way that we don't have to use u substitution is if there's like not another function.
Right.
Okay.
Right. If you don't see a function within another function, like I don't see that here as either, right? I don't see a function within another function. I see 2 sine x, I see cosine x, and that's it. I don't see like cosine, osine, you know.
Would it kind of be like cosine of x minus 2?
Yeah, you'd have to do u substitution with x minus 2. I don't think it would change anything because it was just just an x in there, but And a constant, because the derivative of x minus 2 would just end up being x. All right, but let's take a look here. So I've got to find the integral, I've got to find the antiderivative of each one of these things. And it's really set up for it. It's ready to go. So what's the antiderivative of cosine? Negative sign? What's the antiderivative of sine?
No.
Wait.
The-
I was going to
it should
say,
be
I
negative.
trusted you. I have positive sign on mine.
Yeah, and then negative.
And then negative cosine. Ian?
It was
Ian?
Ian's getting called out on the video.
Get it. Congrats.
You need.
What is it? Wait, what did Ian say?
He said I was up till 2:30.
No excuses.
You know what? I was up till 9:30 last night.
Oh.
I was up till 9:30. Okay, relax.
Whoa.
I know.
Party.
All right, so we have sine x minus 2 cosine x. That's the antiderivative. So now we just plug in sine 6 minus 2 cosine. That's a cosine. 6 minus, and then the whole sine 0 minus 2 cosine 0. I don't know why I did an extra parenthesis there. That looked like a C anyway. Oh, whatever. Now I'm really screwed up. 2 cosine 0. All right. Let's plug in for our first one. Sine 6 minus 2 cosine 6. That's negative 2.2. And then we've got sine 0 minus 2 cosine 0, which is negative 2. Watch out, this is a negative 2, right? Right, so that's a plus 2. So we end up getting negative 0.2 when rounding. And remember, what are we doing right here? We're finding the area underneath the curve from 0 to 6 of that weird function cosine x plus 2 sine x. Whatever that looks like, we're finding the area underneath the curve from 0 to 6. Find a general indefinite integral. What do you have to remember to do at the end of this?
Plus C.
Plus c, right? We know if it's an indefinite integral, we have to add on our plus c constant. And this one's kind of a relatively easy one because it's just a polynomial. So 24x to the 6th over 6th plus 15x to the 5th over 5 minus 18x to the 3rd over 3 plus 6x plus c. And then just simplify down. So this would be a 4x to the 6th plus 3x to the 5th minus 6x to the 3rd plus 6x plus c. 4, 3, negative 6, 6. Yep. Not so bad, not so bad. We're coming to the end, folks. 3 more questions to do. 3 or 4? 3. All right. Next one coming. Evaluate the integral. What do I have to do here? Do I have to do u substitution?
Yes.
Yes. So look inside there. I've got a 3 plus 5x going on.
Whoa.
So u are 3 plus 5x. So du is what? 5 dx. So I divide over 1/5 du is equal to dx. All right, now we go in and plug in. So this is the integral of u to the 7th 1/5 du. Remember that dx gets replaced with 1/5 du. And now we can integrate. So we have u to the 8th over 8. We got 1/5 times that, right? 1/5 u to the 8th over 8. And we plus c. I guess don't forget the plus c. We could make that u to the 8th over 40. All right, let's just do that. U to the 8th over 40 plus c, because it's 1/5 times 8, 1 over 8. And then don't forget that when you're evaluating with u substitution, you got to plug u back in. So this is 3 plus 5x to the 8th power over 40 plus c. Okie dokie. Evaluate the integral. Dx over 2 plus 3x. Remember that we can rewrite this to say the integral of 1 over 2 plus 3x dx, right? So our u is obviously 2 plus 3x. So that means du is 3 dx. So 1/3 du is equal to dx. And now we plug in. We say this is the integral of 1 over u times 1/3 dx. No, du. Okay, now we find the antiderivative. What is the antiderivative of 1 over u? ln, right? So it's ln of u. Actually, we can bring the 1/3 out front. 1/3 ln of u plus c. So 1/3 ln 2 plus 3x plus c. And you know what we really should do if we were being good about it? Absolute value. Because I guess it could come out negative. That's 2 plus 3x. I wouldn't be stingy about that, though. This is the last question. Yes. This is it. Da-da-da. All right, sketch the given graph, then find the area enclosed by the curves. All right. Now you'll have your calculator, so you can do this, but I don't need I don't need no stinking calculator. Our first one here, 18 minus x squared. It's parabolic and it's downward, right? And the y-intercept is 18. So we'll go 10, 20, sure. 18 facing downward. Rough sketch. The reason why you're sketching is so you can tell what's on top versus what's on bottom.
Okay, so this is just like.
Yeah. Just for your reference to evaluate the integral. Positive x squared minus 14 now, right? So here's 10, 20. So minus 14, and then it's an up. So we're finding the area here. Remember that this is equivalent to the integral of top minus bottom, blue minus red. 18 minus x squared minus x squared minus 14 dx. Now, if I want to evaluate that integral, I need to find it needs to be a definite integral, right? So I need to know where these coordinates are. Not the zeros, but the intersection points, because those x values are going to be my intervals for my definite integral. All right, so how do I find those? Well, you could do it on your calculator, but honestly, it's pretty simple just to set them equal to one another. 18 minus x squared is equal to x squared minus 14. I add the x squared over to the other side, so that's a 2x squared. I add the 14, so that looks like it's a 32, which is so nice because when I divide by 2, that's a 16. When I square root it, it's a plus or minus 4. So that tells me negative 4 to 4. Let's simplify down our integral. So from negative 4 to 4, and then we got 18. Let's distribute that in. That's a negative x squared plus 14. So that's a 32 minus 2x squared dx. Okie dokie. So that's a, I like to put it in standard form. So we'll do negative 2x to the third over 3 plus 32x. And now we evaluate. Negative 2 times 4 to the third over 3 plus 32 times 4, all minus negative 2 times negative 4 to the third power over 3 plus 32 times negative 4. So let's evaluate each piece there. Negative 2 to the, or times 4 to the third divided by 3 plus 32 times 4. 85 and a third. Now, what do you think the other area is going to be? What do you think the other piece is going to be? Right. The reason being, it's going to be the same, right? It's probably going to be negative because they're going to subtract away the negative. The reason being is, remember that if it's even, if it's symmetrical about the y-axis, then I could really take 0 to 4 and then multiply it by 2. So in essence, all I'm really going to get here is another 85.3 repeating. This is going to be negative. So we have negative 2 times negative 4 to the third divided by 3 plus 32 times negative 4. Which is going to be a negative 85.3, just as we suspected. So we just add those two together. 85.3 plus 85.3. Oh, come on now. That's not a point. 85.3 plus 85.3. Oh my goodness. Insert a 5. 170.6. Probably could have done that in my head quicker. Dun, 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 dun. All right. You feel good? No.
So tomorrow, 1 through 12, 1 through 13.
Somewhere in the middle. I'm not exactly sure where it breaks. Yeah.
The only thing that's gonna break tomorrow is me.
I'm guessing 1 through 13.
Yeah, it's like 14 because
I don't think I'm gonna.
Because that's a lot.
14. I just don't know if I could finish that in the
Point X out 14.
No, you're gonna have to do 14.
Let's
Maybe-
dice roll it.
Maybe 1 through 14. Maybe 1 through 14. I don't think I give you like this and these on the same one, because that's a lot on one thing. Yeah. I bet 1 through 14 is gonna be. You know, I bet if I was a betting man. I mean, I do make this thing. But,
Are you taking any of them out?
I doubt it. So long, everybody. Last video. Bye.